Okay, guys, so I want to walk us through a tool that I just built that is going to be publicly available for free for everyone who is either, if you're a business developer, you're looking for a job, you're a freelancer, you're a business owner. It's basically a sales prospecting tool to cut out the stress of you having to manually populate your database, your contact database for your leads and whatever it is, right? So, this is the background story. Yesterday, Google released Gemini 3. Particularly, I will focus on Google Anti-Gravity, which is the AI coding or development tool that Google released in the last 40, 24 plus or 36 hours. So this is the tool. This is Anti-Gravity. Yes, it has similar interface and structure like VS Code or Cursor as it were. So using this, I was able to build a tool called iSAPT, which is Inegben sales and prospecting tool. It's going to be for free. So just to cut out unnecessary expenses for those who do not really have that much of money to throw around, right? So let's get straight into it. So first, to do this, we need to install the application on our Chrome. It's a Chrome extension actually. So we need to load the unpacked zip folder as it were. So when you come to your Chrome, you just go to your extensions and you can go to load unpacked extension. Of course, to take me to my root folder, so I want to go to desktop where I have it saved. So this is iSAPT v1.0, which is the first version. So I'll put the folder and I will select this guy. This is the extension file. This is the code base for GitHub. So I'll just click on this guy and I will select open. So it will load the extension here now. So you can see it. iSAPT is here. So let me zoom in just in case. I'm using a larger screen behind. So I was on the smaller zoom out as it were. So zooming in now. So this is it here. So I'll just refresh as it were and I can come back to LinkedIn, then I would pin the Chrome extension. Perfect. So now let's say I am a business developer or a partnership manager or a product manager that want to drive growth organically for products they are leading. Probably it's a lean team. You want to organically build a list that you are going to use to scale your product, whatever you are working on, right? Whatever the case may be. So I'm going to use a company as a case study. Actually, they had an open role available about a month or two ago, and that discovered Bina, and I sent my application for that role for product management AIPM role. But yeah, so yes, they are still on my search bar here. So I just search for discovered Mina, and it will load that up. So I'm just gonna click on the company itself so that it can take us to the company page directly where we need to use this solution. Okay, so now we go to people section, just as you would do with any other paid prospecting tool. You go to the people section as it were so that it can load up uh, the necessary key stakeholders in that company for you. So it has loaded that, and we can see that there are 64 associated people with this particular company as it were. So now we want to use our tool to harness whatever you are. If you're a business development specialist, probably you want to build your pipeline, probably to give more, create more opportunities for your account executives or your salespeople. If you're a solo founder who wants to build a list and drive growth organically, if you're a growth marketer who wants to like use leads or demand, whatever you are, right? So I'm coming in from the product management perspective. Who wants to work with Discovered Me now? so, so let's use that as the case for now. So yeah, so now I'm loading everybody's. I'm not loading everybody. I'm just trying to like. Almost every platform has stopped endless scroll, so you have to manually click for it to give you result and stuff. I just want to bring out as many as possible. In its company, so they are not that much. They're just about 65, as it were. So because of that, I can easily load all of them up. Perfect. So we've loaded everybody up, but it will be stressed to be manually populating this contact into a spreadsheet, right? So therefore, I tried to use the Google what's it called now? I tried to use the Google anti-gravity tool to build this tool that can help us cut out that stress process. So this tool actually integrates one API, which is the Apollo Design Enrichment API. But we'll get there soon. So I'll open my extension now. So it will load by the right hand side of my browser. Then you can see I have zero total leads, zero sales reports, zero converted, zero uncontacted. Why? Because we've not started populating. Don't forget earlier on we had just added the extension here. So now let's go back to that page and let's come in here. So now we need to get these people into our prospecting tool. So I come in here, there's a function called harness. So I define harness as a function that automatically harnesses the relevant profiles related to uh, um, either buying, purchasing, or converting power as it were. So once you click on harness, a pop-ups come here where you will see successfully harness 69 profile. That does not mean it will extract 69 contact details, but it's telling that it was able to detect 69 profile tied back to discovered Mina. So when you click OK, I know there's nothing showing here, but actually this function is just a place where you get to harness. Where that data move to is on this part, the lead part. So you will see it. It has now populated 30 leads, zero sales reports, zero converted, 30 uncontacted. Which means out of the whole 64 plus, there's 69 that the two detected on LinkedIn. Just 30 are actively active on LinkedIn that you can reach out to um, as an applicant, as a business development person, as a partnership lead, as an operation lead, as a product manager, as a growth marketer, as a demand generation specialist, as an outreach manager, as a sales rep, whatever you are functioning that this tool will help you, or you're looking for, or a gig hunter, you want to like submit proposal, whatever it is, this tool will help you. I built it to help everyone that needs it as its way. So now, when you click on, let's say we click on this first person, Laura Reid, right? And you will see that it gives you information here, just snippets of what was extracted from this person's profile, right? You see a LinkedIn URL. If you click on this guy to take you to this person's profile, right? So it gives you those basic data uh, and things that you need pertaining each of these contacts that was extracted. But what you don't have is that you don't have their main data that, so for example, if you just wanted to focus on um messaging them on LinkedIn, this is perfectly fine, right? So you can send them a message, then come in here and add a note that I message Laura on. You can add the dates XYZ, right? Then you can update this particular lead and you can change the status to contacted. Then if you come in here, you will see that this person is contacted and you can see your sales report has moved to 3%. Now let's take it a bit or a step forward. Now we need to get um Laura is a senior product talent partner at Discovered AI. So, oh, which means Laura, you're the one responsible for hiring me that has not hired me yet. Okay. So now let's say I want to also I want to send Laura an email, right? That could help me position myself in a phase that, okay, this person knows how to use AI for product management and he has also been in product management for a while, blah, 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 blah. So right now, I created a flow. So if you check the tool here, you will see this um, sample response data for a CURL, a client URL, when an API is called as it were, that I fed to the anti-gravity itself to develop different API flow. So you see this flow here I'm working on now. This one is for automatic email generation. So I want to put in um, AI capability that can help you generate emails to send to them. But I'm still working on that. But what we have worked on so far is the fact that we can connect Apollo's API to my solution. So I'll just copy my API code so you can see copied success. You can see that this is Apollo API developer portal. So I'll copy my API. Oh, sorry, let me close that guy. I'll copy my API now. And I'll come in to the settings here and I will come here and paste my API key. I don't need to click save, it's an auto save solution. And I'll come back to my data tool here, and I can click on this same contact, right? And I can click on enrich data. What it will do now, it will automatically use that API key to check Apollo's database to see if Apollo has this particular person's contact, and it will feed. If it has, it will fetch the email and the phone number if it has. Those are the parameters I put in place. So, so API is as if you, for those who don't understand what API is simply a application program interface or programming interface, whatever you want, however you want to put it. It's simply say like when you want to power your phone, you need to charge your battery, right? But to charge your battery, you need electricity. So the source that pulls electricity from your socket to your battery is called your charger, right? That connector. That is what API is. So API is more like a communication system between two different um, system or technologies or product as it were. So right now I've imputed my API straight into my solution. It will communicate with Apollo that hey, get me Laura's detail. I want her email and her phone number. So now I click OK, then we can see that on my right hand side here, it has pulled Laura's detail. Now, something perfect that I did that makes the solution perfect is that you can see email found is already ticked here as green. Now, if I come back to this profile. Remember earlier we saw 64 people, we got 30 leads. Let's say I think I also contacted Bethany at a point. So let's also want to enrich Bethany too. I'll just click on the same thing. It's a solution will of course pull the details, and I have that here. So let's say for example now if I go back here, I can see that if I scroll down, I can see email found here. Now I will just click on this external arrow here called dashboard, so it will open the dashboard for this extension. Now it is not a separate website, it's still on the extension, just an interface packed into the extension that lives in your browser. You're not loading extra data. So right now come in here, I have my sales report. So I'll explain these metrics to you. So let me zoom in to help you out here. So total leads extracted from discovered Mina page was 30. Now I have only contacted one person. Remember I said assuming I have contacted one person, I will enter the details here. So let's say I entered here that I messaged Laura on XYZ and I changed status to contacted. Hence the reason why we have this 3% here. So let's say for example now since I also have sorry, I'm looking for uh or somebody we just pulled the data. Sorry, let me get the person's name. Bethany. So let me look for Bethany here. Yeah. So this is Bethany. So let's say I also want to contact Bethany. I've not contacted her here, but I this is a LinkedIn URL. Now this is the dashboard of solution. You click on it, right? And you can open it, then it takes you to Bethany's profile. You can send her a DM and say, hi, Bethany, I saw an opening. Hi, Bethany, we are a new solution. We would like to partner with you. Hi, Bethany. We just recently launched a campaign. I would love to have you on our webinar to come and discuss X, Y, and Z, depending on whatever you want to reach out to her for. That is totally your headache, right? But assuming in this case scenario, I want to send her an email. I have her email now because remember the API connected, it fetched me her details, and let's say I've sent her an email, say I emailed Bethany, sorry, capital B, sorry, Aderege on XYZ on the 123, right? I just add a note and I would add status to following up, which is I'm following her up so I can close this. If I go up, you see my sales report has changed to 7%. So it helps you track sales, not sales report as it were, sales effort. So what is sales effort? That's the metric I define for sales effort. So product let me not go into the con- whole context. So sales effort, the metrics I use in defining that is simply the amount of people you've reached out to divided by the total leads you have on your database. That is what it will now divide and now give you your sales effort. So it's telling you, instead of sales report, I'm using sales effort. So it's telling you that the effort you've put into converting your 100% leads is just 7%, which means it is very poor. So for anybody who wants to actually up his or her game, that sales, prospecting, whatever it is you want to use this tool for, this sales effort helps you. If you've closed a particular client, let's say we've closed Laura, now we can put her as close to one, then we can update this. You will see that converted has moved to 1%, right? So it reduces your sales effort, but converted has moved up. So what this means is that sales effort only deals with all your unconverted leads that you are still in the process of. Once you've converted or closed the lead, it moves to converted, and that sticks there. Then you have one green there. Now, what's the extra advantage to this solution? Is that you see everything you have in here is not just sitting on this extension, as it were. You can also export this as a CSV. So you can see this icon here. You can export your data as a CSV file. You can see it's downloaded, and you can open up this guy as a document on its own. It most likely, so I'm trying to see if it will load on my second screen or this screen that I'm displaying. Okay, it's loading up on this screen that I'm displaying. Oh, sorry, it's not loading. So I need to bring it to this other screen, guys. So just a minute. So yeah, this is it here. So you would see that I can spread all of these guys out. So the two people email that I brought out is here. You can see their names and everything. So basically the tool is a free prospecting tool I just built, and I built it from scratch with AI. I used the Google anti-gravity tool, which was released about 24 to 36 hours a week ago. So I downloaded it, and I was like, you know what do I want to build? I have built multiple solutions with it. I have built it with Lovable, I built it with Replit, I built it with Cursor, and I was like, what should I use Google anti-gravity to build? I was like, you know what, I would need this tool right now that I want to job hunt ahead of next year as a product manager. Let me build a prospecting tool for myself. And the same manner, I was like, okay, you know what? Salespeople will actually need it. I have worked as a business development person before, and also an enterprise key account manager. So I know the importance of prospecting tools. So I said, let me just create something that everybody in this space or who is job hunting can use. So yeah, that's this iSAPT for you. So it's just a combination of what's it called now? Using Google anti-gravity to build it all from scratch, compile the whole code base into a folder, then you can then unload it and then bring it into what's it called now? Your Chrome. You don't necessarily have to go through the whole other stress. What you just need to get access to is this iSAPT Chrome extension, which you can just upload to your Chrome and then you can use it. Now, you cannot fetch emails if you don't have an Apollo account. So you need to create an Apollo account. When you create an Apollo account, you go to docs.apollo.io.api to read about how to generator. If you don't want to go to that stress, just go to the developer.apollo.io/keys. You see, create your new API. You create your API. Don't tick any box. Just leave it as a master key API. Copy the API. Come to the solution. Go to the settings and paste your API here. Automatically, to sync, it will start communicating with Apollo's data enrichment database, and every prospect that you are able to export in here, you're able to validate their details and you can reach out to them. If you are interested in using this tool and you want to use it, just either drop a comment or click on the link that will be attached to the description of this content and fill your details. I would per week I'll just send it out as an email. So yeah, that is what I have built with AI in the last couple of hours. Cheers.